Hey guys, it is me again. Today is Tuesday, March. See what the day is. Tuesday, March the 13th. Makes it day 73 on our Daily Bread project. Guys, it is good to be here tonight. It's a little bit late, I know. I've been outside working on the Mustang. Didn't get to do as much to it than I wanted to. I wanted to get out there like 6:30, 7 o'clock and start on it. Something just kept me from it all evening. First off, the guy that owns the car came down. He forgot to get his glasses out of the car. So he came, got them, and we got to talking. He's one of these guys, it's easy, you just like talking to him, and we talk and talk. He probably stayed over an hour. Then when I got in the house from him, one of my buddies I ain't talked to in a little while called me, and I talked to him at least an hour, maybe more. Then I had to call my other buddy that owns a gun store tonight. I had to talk to him about some stuff, so I talked to him a little while. I was 11 o'clock probably getting to go out there. And then, you throw supper and, a couple little snacks and all that in between, it took up my evening. So I am sorry for being here so late for y'all that wait on this, but I'm just glad we can be here. Anyway, guys, I made a vid actually this evening just showing you guys the overview of the Mustang before I started on it. I'll upload it tomorrow. I'll try to, good Lord willing. I'm asking a couple questions to some guys. I've got a few questions to ask, and because this car's, it's a little bit different than Mom's car, and I'm probably not gonna make anything on this car, but I'm gonna try to do it, the best that I can, but also the easiest way I can. So I don't know. I know this is not a good time for Darren with everything that's going on with him to be talking and doing that stuff, but maybe somebody else can help me. So anyway, just like for instance, guys, on the hood of this car, on Mom's car where the clear lid came off, I had to take it all the way down the middle in some spots, and I'm going to have to on the top of this car. But like on the hood, it's there's a few primer spots. I had to take it down to primer, but that's it. I never had to take it down to the metal. So kind of one of the things is I'm wondering, do I have to 2K prime it? I'm assuming not, because the 2K is kind of like Darren explained it to me. One reason you use 2K when you go down to the middle there is you're filling that ring up. You'll have a ring where you had to go down so deep if you don't. Well, I shouldn't have any rings here because I didn't have to go down to the middle anywhere. So I was kind of wondering that, and I was also kind of wondering about the sealer, which I know I've got some 180 grit scratches in it, and I'm assuming paint won't cover 180 grit scratches, so I'm assuming we'll at least where I sanded 180 have to at least seal it, in the middle there where I did the body work. So maybe I can seal just through the middle and do the rest. But anyway, just little questions like that, guys, what I got to ask to some people. So if I get to needing to know too much, guys, I'll make another video, but I will try to post that one tomorrow. Let's see, guys, what else? I don't know, guys, nothing new, I guess. Like I said last night, guys, I don't know. It wouldn't take me much to take the camper and the motorhome off of Craigslist. I got an email this evening, supposedly. Where's it at? From a guy, now listen to this, guys. I'll try to read this real quick. Now you tell me, do they think you're stupid? I mean, evidently they do. Thanks for the reply. I am a U.S. Navy as a nuclear reactor operator. Now that's the way he wrote it. I know that don't make sense, and that sounds like there's some words missing. There is. On board the USS Theodore Roosevelt. I am at sea, so I won't be able to check the item. See, that's your first kicker, guys. If you put anything on Craigslist and they respond to you in an email and they keep calling it the item, guys, it's a scam, because if I look at a truck on Craigslist, I'm going to say, hey, what about that truck? Or a camper, I'm going to say, hey, what about that camper? I'm not going to say the item. Anyway, I won't be able to check the item, so what is the present condition? Because I'm buying this for my son as a surprise gift, so I'm willing to offer you the amount required. That's another thing. It don't say I'm offering, I'm fine with giving you the $9,000 you're asking. It's saying the amount you required. Come on, guys. I can only pay through PayPal at the moment as I don't have access to my bank account online. But I have it attached to my PayPal account, and this is why I insisted on using PayPal to pay. All I will need is your PayPal email address to pay for this item. See, right there is what they're wanting. They're wanting your PayPal, the email that you use for PayPal. I guess so they can go in there and try to hack your account. I don't know. I hate to tell them I don't keep any money in PayPal anyway. So, blah blah blah. It says I will be expecting your PayPal email so I can pay. I have a pickup agent. Now, this is one of these things too, guys. Our camper, I mean, we could take it out of there, but it's more or less a permanent structure sitting there. And he says, I have a pickup agent that will come for the pickup after payment has been sorted. That's the way they put it. Come after the pickup. Now, guys, it's not talking about a pickup truck. We'll pick up. We'll come after the pickup. See, it's just they don't even know how to word it. After payment has been sorted, I will be waiting for your reply ASAP. And the guy's name, too, was like Valdor Ramirez or something. I mean, just, I don't know. Anyway, guys, I don't know. Like I said, I know we've already been through this, guys, and I know I got to stand on the Lord and I got to wait, guys. But having to deal with all these nutcases on Craigslist, and it's aggravating me not being able to sell these things. We keep dropping the price and dropping the price and dropping the price on everything, and I don't know, guys. Just keep praying. The guy brought us the keys back for the the guy that checked the camper out. Well, he sent them back to another guy, which I think that was kind of a bad sign. I mean, to me, if you send them back to somebody else, that's kind of saying you didn't want to come yourself to tell me, well, I don't want it, or you're wanting too much, or whatever. But he said he would call Dad and get up with him, but now that's been from yesterday to today. He's not called. Dad's going to maybe call him tomorrow and kind of see what the deal is and say, hey, do you want it? Do you not want it? Is it the money? Is it too much money? I mean, we can cut. I mean, that's the thing about it. We need to sell it. We can cut some more off the price. We just need to sell it. So anyway, guys, just keep praying. I'm not going to give up. As Milo says, 5 minutes before the miracle. But whew, I just tell you guys, I mean, I know there's a lot going on, and in the broad, I guess the grand scheme of things, it's not that important. But business is just, I don't know. The business is kind of odd too right now, guys. We're busy, but just like today, guys, we were busy, but I think we brought in $200 and some. I mean, it's just that, I don't know. It's just there's no money there. There's just that's it. You're doing the same amount of work that you used to do. And that's one thing. You have to try to cut stuff down so cheap anymore to get people to do it so they can afford it, but you can't make any money on it. So anyway, guys, just pray for me. I tend to get aggravated, so pray for me on that stuff. And we've got about $800 worth of motorcycle and four-wheeler tires coming in, and that's what gets me too, like with this Parts Unlimited deal. And I tell you, I wish I could talk to some of the brass at Parts Unlimited. I wish, to be honest, I'd love nothing else but, to be able to meet some of the brass at Parts Unlimited or something through YouTube, and just talk to them and say, what are you guys thinking? I've ordered $900 worth of four-wheeler tires and bike tires since Friday. Today's Tuesday. In 2.5 days or 3 days of work, I've ordered $900 worth of tires from other companies. That could have been that money that they could have had. If they would have, if they didn't acquire this $5,000 first order. I mean, I don't know. To me, I think some of the, I think that's one of those deals. The company's so big that, they just, some of the people running it need to, kind of have a smack across their face. And to be honest, I pray to God that this video, I would pray that this video would reach some of them, to just kind of wake them up and shake them up and say, listen, stupid. Because like I've said before, as the economy gets worse, and you guys that know about business, Richard will know this, Brother Woody will probably know this, John, all you guys know this, Darren. They want these big mega stores and these big mega dealers, and that's what that's why they do it. That's who they want selling their parts, so they can sell a lot of parts. Well, you know who your first people in bad economies that go out of business are? your mega store. I mean, you either got to be really, really big, like Walmart, you know, and I mean, look, guys, Sears is going out of business. I mean, who would ever thought that? But you either got to be really, 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 really big, or you got to be really small. That's your two people that make it through these tough times. Because your really big people have got just, you know, they've got a lot of money behind them. They've got a lot of volume. They can, you know, they can kind of trim everything up. And it's the same way with the small guys like us. We don't have to make a whole lot of money, not compared to a bigger shop, so we can get by on less. And what I'm trying to say is, if this recession keeps going and things keep dropping, these big mega stores that have to make, let's say, $1 million a month, you know, or whatever, or 2 million or 5 million a month, they're the ones that are going to be going out of business. And guess what? Parts Unlimited is going to be sitting there checking off all these dealers every day that's going out of business, that's not selling their parts anymore. And they're going to start losing and losing and losing and losing and losing and losing more and more and more money. And one day they might actually go, you know what? If we would have lowered that minimum first order, we would have had some more mom and pops guys that, yeah, they may not order, you know, $100,000 worth of stuff a month every month or whatever, but they stay in business and they order and they order and they order and they order. You know, we've been here 17 years, guys. There's not a lot of big motorcycle dealers and stuff that can say that, because they come and they go. They come in with a lot of money, but they've got a lot of overhead. When things get tough, they go. And one day, like I said, they will. Parts Unlimited will regret doing and acting like they've acted towards small businesses, towards small guys. Like I said, I've bought almost 900 and some. You know, I first said 800, but I forgot about one of the tires. We've bought 900 and some, almost $1,000 worth of tires. Motorcycle and four-wheel tires, I'm talking about car tires, since Friday. Could have been theirs, you know, but what do, you know? So anyway, like I said, guys, just keep praying for that. You know, I've got a buddy that called this evening, and he needs about $1,000 worth of parts for one of his four-wheelers, and he's going to try to wrangle some guys that work with him. He's a diesel mechanic, and you know, they're all working on some stuff. He's going to try to wrangle me up enough business through them, you know, to try to maybe sell them some parts and put this first order in. But just pray for me, guys. You know I let this stuff tear me up, and I shouldn't, but you know, like I said, it just bothers me that I know people that don't even try to be Christians, don't even try to be good people. They can sell popsicles to Eskimos. You know, they put stuff out there for sale. They sell it. They don't have no trouble. They get twice what it's worth out of it. You know, I know a guy right now, guys, that sells cars. It's what he does for a living. And, you know, he's not a licensed real dealer or nothing, but that's what he does for a living. Sells cars every week, a car a week probably. Buys them, fixes them, does a little paint work on them, makes a big buku of money on them. You know, gets people from out of state selling them every week. People coming in here every week buying them. And I can't give stuff away. But anyway, guys, just pray for me. Darren, brother, again, I didn't say it in my video last night because I didn't know it yet. I haven't watched your video. Brother, I'm praying for you and your family. I'll tell you that in the video that if you watch it tomorrow, but that I upload. But I'm praying for you and your family, brother. For, you know, I know, even though he was your stepdad, like I said, some people may look at that and say, well, you know, it's just his stepdad. One of my best friends, his stepdad raised him. And I mean, even his stepdad raised him. Even his mom left, you know, and went somewhere else. And I mean, he lived with with some other family members, but his stepdad raised him. And I mean, that's dad to him, you know, stepdad or biological, it doesn't matter. So, brother, I'm praying for you. I'm thinking about you. I'm going to have the church praying for you and your family. So, brother, if you get time, call me. You know, I'm not lying. I probably would ask you some body questions when you did call me, but you know, call me. You know, just call me if you want to talk. Call me, brother, anytime. Call me here at the garage, either one. So, having said that, guys, let's get to the important thing tonight. That is, of course, the Word of God. I know I'm running out of time. So, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, starting in verse 11. Here we go. Let's see. Is that right? Yeah. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. For now we see through a glass, darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even it also, as also I am known. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three. But the greatest of these is charity. Guys, again, like I said last night, you can interchange charity for the word love. All right, guys, continuing on in chapter 14, verse 1. Here we go. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him, howbeit in the Spirit he speaketh mysteries. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church. So he's saying, guys, pray. If you're going to pray for a gift, pray for the gift of prophecy. He's saying that's more important than speaking in tongues, because when you're speaking in tongues, that's between you and God. He's saying if you prophesy, you're helping or you're edifying the whole church. I would that ye all spake with tongues, he says. Now, don't get me wrong. I wish everybody would speak with tongues, is what he's saying here. But rather that ye prophesied. He's saying, but I wish more that you would prophesy. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues. He's laying it out back. He's saying it's good to do either one, but I'd rather you be able to prophesy. Because he said, it's greater than he that speaketh with tongues. It's a greater gift. Except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying. Again, he's saying speaking in tongues without interpreting. You know, guys, I'll be honest about it. If you see somebody speaking in tongues in a church and there's nobody interpreting it, I mean, I'm not saying it's not of God, but it's kind of wasted, to be honest about it. Verse 6, now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you, except I shall speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or prophesying, or by doctrine? And even things without life giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds, how shall it be known what is piped or harped? He's saying if you can't tell a difference in it, if it's just a sound, like through a pipe or a harp, he's saying if you can't distinguish between the sounds, what good does it do? Same way he's talking about guys with speaking in tongues and these different gifts. He's saying when you prophesy, guys, you're telling somebody something they can use. And that's what he's saying here. Evidently, all the time speaking in tongues, it's not. Sometimes that's just between you and God. Guys, have you all seen the video yet of the woman rebuking the tornado? If you've not, look on YouTube. Put in woman rebukes tornado or woman prays away tornado. Either one to find it. You know, it's in West Liberty, Kentucky. That's about, I don't know, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from here. It's kind of right at the edge getting into eastern Kentucky. You know, it's actually in West Liberty, it's still kind of flat. You know, up here where we are, we're in the mountains. It's still flat down there. They don't have any really mountains. Like I said, it's right just getting on the edge of the mountains. But anyway, you know, there's this tornado coming, and like I know most of you guys have seen it. And she starts praying, and she raises her hand up. They're filming her. Well, all you can see is her hand. And she starts praying, and she starts, you know, asking for Jesus to take that thing away like he did for Elijah. She starts speaking in tongues, and she starts praying, son. And all of a sudden, that tornado just goes shoop, and just turns just like somebody kicked it. It's like God, somebody big enough with a big enough foot just kicked it. And it just went the other way. So anyway, guys, we know that we serve an awesome God. We know he has the power to do all things. And I got to keep believing that he's got the power to sell this camper for me and this Ram Charger for me, and he's going to do these things. Not because I deserve them, because I don't deserve nothing, but because his grace is sufficient. And I need these things right now. I just do. My family needs them. My business needs them. You know, my church needs it. That's a thing, you know. If I sell this stuff, I can at least pay my tithes from when I sell it to the church. I mean, right now, you know, if I sold that camper for $8,000, that's $800 to the church. You know, that helped the church out a lot, you know. So, just pray for these things, guys. Keep praying for my business. Pray for me. I love you guys. Pray for Brother Darren. Like I said there, I guess you all caught that he lost his dad this week. So, everybody pray for him. And I guess that's it, guys. So, if you need anything, let me know. Good Lord willing, I'll be here tomorrow night, guys. Until I see you all again. Good night. And God bless.